It's a cold, blustery day here in Toronto. It's getting on to 4 o'clock, and it seemed like a good time to play with some radios doing some medium wave. I mean, this isn't DXing, this is just trying to get a 99-watt station across the city, which you can, right? Everything will get this in. The question is, how well? So here's the Super Radio 2. This is 1280 AM. Probably rotate the radio this way a little bit would help. So it's coming in. There's a lot of interference. There's a lot of electronics here and in the neighborhood, but it comes in quite well. Apologies, my furnace is turned on in the background. So now let's try doing this on a couple of pocket radios. And this is a GE from the early 80s, if I remember correctly. I have another video about this, but I can't remember the model number off the top of my head. Is it easily visible on the back? Model number 7, well, you can see that. I can't very well through the camera. And this is the XH-Data D220, which is all the latest hotness in digital radio. This is, of course, a digital radio underneath. The really interesting thing about this, and there's now a D221, which has weather band as well, instead of the extra FM band, which isn't useful here in North America. But the interesting thing about this is, first, it's got proper reception in North America, so it doesn't care whether it's 9 or 10 kilohertz steps. And it's pretty good. In fact, it's really kind of impressive on shortwave. You know, with its little antenna and whatnot, it'll pull in all the strong stuff, no problem. And even some weaker things, but there we go. So we have the same signal here on little XH-Data, and just to show that, you know, older technology will work too. The dial on this isn't terribly accurate, but so coming in just fine on the GE as well. So there you go, 99 watts from across the city. I'm on the west end. This is coming from Cherry Beach, if you know Toronto. And just showing that relatively low power AM medium wave signals can still do useful work even in an urban environment. Again, it probably wouldn't be your choice as a music medium, but it was kind of fun that it still works. One thing you can note, right, is that while the XH-Data is very good at pulling in voice, the sound quality is really not that good. In fact, it's GE sounds much better. This is very, very narrow bandwidth on medium wave. I think it's very, very tight, which is good for getting in weak stuff. It's good for voice, but it makes it not terribly pleasant music radio, but absolutely the thing for voice purposes. It's pretty decent on medium wave. Just for completeness, I'll add another radio to the mix. This is the Sangean ATS-909X2, which lives by my desk. So hiding under there is a Texan PL330. These are radios that usually sit on my desk. This one is currently connected to a Texan, what is it? AT or AV or AN 200 tunable antenna, loop antenna, which turns the ATS-909X2 into a really excellent medium wave radio, in my opinion. So we can turn that up. And if you look at the meter on the side, this is, you can see as I tune the antenna, it drops out. Back in. So, an interesting setup here. You can also You can also connect an external medium wave antenna to the PL330, but you do have to use an undocumented key press. I've talked about that in a previous video. Anyway, hope this was interesting. Thanks for watching.